Yep.
Shalom, shalom to Brother Kadash. Shalom to Brother Quernah. I want to start out by giving all praise to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ukakadash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders.
Get my camera fixed real quick. I believe that is good. Yep, we good.
Hey, we gonna name today Camp Turning Up, you know. The especially if you part of GMS or follow GMS, you know the apostle, he named this year the year of turning up, you know, because there's a lot that's gonna go on. And we already seen it already. You seen that the whole West Coast is on warning from a tsunami? Yeah, they can't go to none of the beaches out there. California, Washington, Oregon, the whole West Coast right now is on a flood warning from a tsunami because it was a gigantic volcano erupted in the ocean, and it was so big that they could see it from space erupt, and then it caused a gigantic tsunami to go all around. And that the waves last night they was just hitting the west coast of America, so they was telling everybody they had to get to high ground. You know, that's big, you know, when you unpack that, because there's a lot that come from that, you know. You already got boats and shit stuck at sea. You got boats out there stuck at sea. You know, I did a video on it too. You got boats out there stuck at sea already. So now with the tsunami and everybody having to leave those coasts and those docks and those ports to get to safety, now you got even more of a shortage of workers that's working to try to get those ships unloaded. You see what I'm saying? So that all plays a part now. And then, you know, people is losing their fun and their liberty. We told you, you know. People can't go out to them beaches. You know, in California, that's one of the main attractions, is going out to them beaches and stuff. Now, if you can't go to the beach because there's a tsunami warning, I mean, people is having a hard time right now. We already seeing turn up. I ain't gonna speak too much, but y'all know about what happened at that synagogue in Texas. You know, it was a hostage situation. I mean, we ain't even a full month into their new year. You know, they call it New Year. You ain't even a full month into it, and it's already turning up. That's why the apostle named it Turning Up. So we gonna go into the scriptures, right, and kind of bring out how that looks, you know, how some of that looks turning up. What do he mean about the year of turning up? How is that going to look in real time, you know? What's some of the things that's going to happen? What's some of the things that's going to intensify and happen, you know? You got to get prepared, because we've been warning y'all of this. And we've been hasting the day. When the Lord started turning up and destroying this place, we going to rejoice at those times. These is great times for us. And, you know, a lot of people kind of mourning. They panicking. They kind of sad. They don't want America. I see it's brothers that claim to be in the truth, but they really just Christian and Catholic churches. They praying for the Lord to heal America and shit. Right. We praying for the Lord to destroy this place, because that's the prophecy. That's what the Lord did. The Lord say he was going to heal America? Did the Lord say he was going to come back and heal a place called America? So what the fuck is you praying for the Lord to heal America for? The Lord said, what is the second death in the Bible? It's going to come by fire and brimstone. We want the second death to happen. We not saying, oh, we don't want the Lord to bring the second death. We want to please the Lord, so he don't got to bring. We want the second death to happen. We want America, which is Mystery Babylon, to be destroyed. You know, regardless if you say it's Mystery Babylon or not, we know that this place is going to be destroyed because it's wicked. You see what I'm saying? Period. You know, these dudes, they like to get around it because they really want to save Esau. So they want to say America's not Mystery Babylon. America, I'm praying for to get healed. Really, pretty much you praying for Esau because this is his structure. Why do America got to be around? Why are you praying for the Lord to heal America? You praying for this man's structure.
Yeah, and when you think about it, they really praying, just like you said, to stay in captivity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They really praying to, like, they'd rather live like this than have the Lord come back and destroy this place and deliver us out of what we going through, right, to inherit the kingdom.
House niggas. It's crazy. Still niggas. You know what I mean? And that's what they don't get. Because Esau don't get no fuck about you. You doing his biddings and his work. But Esau really don't get no fuck about you, bro. He gonna use you just like he did with the Native Americans. He used Native Americans to turn and flip on other groups, right? And then when it was all said and done, they traded them. You know, they reneged on all the peace treaties. And then didn't give them shit and then threw them in captivity. The ones that traded. You see, that's how Esau works, you know? He's all about his people. Esau, look, let's break down what Esau wants to do. Esau wants to advance technology. That's why you got to come with the mark of the beast, the internet of all things, you know, which is really is coming by the way of wire technology and electricity and sound waves and all that shit. You know, he has towers, he has satellites. Esau wants to advance technology to a certain level so he can fight. He can put up the best fight he can against the Lord. That's what Esau wants to do. Yeah, so what Esau has to do is he has to get the whole earth in order under him, and he has to subdue the whole earth under him, right? and he has to eliminate his threats, and then he has to advance human technology as far as he can. That's why you got the AI. That's why you got humans merging with AI technology and robots. He wants to advance human technology to a point where they could put up a good fight against the Lord, but he's still not going to be able to. You see what I'm saying? And his worst enemies that's coming in between that is the Israelites on earth, because the Israelites are the Lord's people. So that's why he got to get rid of the Israelites. Everybody else gonna fall under order. I mean, look at the Moabites, the Chinese. They used to wear robes. They wearing suits and shit. They used to have villages. Y'all know those little samurai villages. Now they got skyscrapers and shit. Where did they get that from? The first skyscraper was here in America. I think it was in Chicago. So everything they doing over there with their cities, Tokyo and all that shit, it's just really them copying off this Edomite. They already under the Edomite. The only people that make a threat against the Edomite is us. Us coming out here on these highways and byways. The so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, which are the Israelites. So he has to advance technology, and he's running out of time. It tells you in Revelation chapter 12, the devil should come down on you because his time is short. He's running out of time, so he's trying to hurry up and advance things super fast, so he could get the best technology he can to fight against the Lord. That's why you got a Space Force. That's why they doing everything they doing. That's why they coming with this pandemic, shutting down, moving things faster. Because they have to, because they running out of time before the Lord. They know the Lord coming back, and they know they running out of time. But the Lord say he gonna cut the time short. He gonna catch them slipping. So they trying to advance technology. They want UFOs. They want all that shit so they could fight against the Lord. The shit they got right now, they know it can't compare to the Lord because they see the chariots, and they can't keep up with them. So they trying to advance technology as fast as possible, right, in order to put a better fight up against the Lord. And how do you do that? With war. With war comes, a lot of adventures come out of war. So they gonna go to war with each other to accelerate it. You know, and then with war, you could kind of get the people in order under you. They gonna cause a war. That's why you hear about Russia talking about invading the Ukraine right now. Because when Russia invades the Ukraine, then that's gonna pull America into it. That's gonna pull China into it. That's gonna pull all the nations into it to go to war. You can start on that.
Second Ezra, verse 8. My bad. Second Ezra 16, verse 8. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear?
Right, and then you might say, well, I thought y'all said Esau's causing it. Well, the Lord could cause Esau to cause it. It's still the Lord doing it. So if Esau, who knows what Esau did to that volcano to make it erupt? He could have put a bomb in it. He could have set it off some type of way. Who knows? Esau could be behind it, but even Esau behind it, the Lord caused him to do it. Did it say in Amos chapter 3, should evil be in the city and the Lord has not done it? It don't matter who does evil in the city, it's really the Lord doing it. Because it tells you in Isaiah 45, the Lord controls good and bad, darkness and light. So really, it's the Lord that's putting the spirit on them to cause a major tsunami and flood the whole West Coast. Ain't no telling what they got planned next. This is the year turning up. We ain't even a full month in, and it's about to turn up. You know, it's turning up. You keep going.
He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaking, and the foundations thereof.
And we seen a little bit of that with that tsunami, you know? The earth was quaking and all type of shit, man.
The sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled.
Right
and
there. That's the end of the verse? All right, go ahead.
And the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power.
Yeah, so, I mean, we just talking about that. We just seen a little bit. It's gonna be more to come, man. Because a lot of times when you get a big volcano like that goes off, it goes off a lot of times. It don't just go off one; it keep going off a little bit, and then you have a chain reaction. You have other volcanoes nearby that they start going off. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is Isaiah 29 verse 6 precept. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord hosts with thunder. So we just read about it in 2nd Ezra. Now we read about it in Isaiah 29. This is how you break it down. With thunder, with earthquakes, right, and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. That's going to be the last one that's going to hit them. That's called the second death. That's going to come out of nuclear war. Because here pretty soon, they probably going to go to war. I keep telling you, when Russia invades Ukraine, or however it happens, between Iran and Israel, they going to go to war. And then from that war, that's where you're going to get that nuclear fire. When that war drop, man, you're going to see a lot of tsunamis. Because there's going to be nukes and shit dropping in the ocean. It tells you in Revelation chapter 8 that the water's going to be contaminated. They call it wormwood. They're going to be made bitter. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have a lot of bombs because, I mean, I don't know if a lot of people know about war, but a lot of war happens in the ocean. They have those ships out there, those fighter ships.
That's what the Navy is.
Yeah, they got the Navy. And Navy plays a big part, man.
Yeah.
A lot of war happens in the ocean. So you have a war happen in the ocean before they even get to the coast, before they even get to the land to start having war.
Right.
You know, so it's going to be a lot of bombs dropping out there. And then there's going to be bombs and missiles dropping on America. We going to see that too, you know. Keep going.
Verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss.
Those plagues aren't going to miss. And I mean, it's twofold. When those nuclear weapons hit, they ain't going to miss their targets either.
When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Yeah, because we ain't got to argue about that shit, man. Some people say, oh, it's talking about missiles. Some people say, no, it's talking about plagues. Hey, the missiles are a plague.
Yeah, because it's going to cause, because it's going to, everything plays part into causing the, everything that come behind, it's all set up like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all part of the plague.
Yeah.
Like the brother said, like a missile is a plague. Missiles hitting, that's a plague on the earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when they hit, they cause other plagues. They gonna cause radiation, poisoning. They gonna cause famines. You see, the land gonna be desolate, fire, all type of shit. You know, so it's a plague. It's a part of the plagues.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty acre returneth not backward,
Yep.
even so the plague shall be sent upon earth, shall not return.
Yep, and that's what we seeing. That's why the apostle named this year to the year of turning up, because those plagues are starting to turn up. They starting to intensify. We gonna go through it. Keep going. Yep, we gonna get through it.
Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days?
We saying the same thing.
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come?
We telling y'all want to know what's about to happen? There's gonna be famines. They talking about with guns, there's shortages. With bullets, there's shortages. With foods, there's shortages.
Yeah.
All the prices are going up and everything. With gas, there's shortages. With everything, they said it was a diamond shortage. I just seen that. They was like, yeah, it's a diamond shortage. It's a shortage with everything, man. With the chips that go in your cars, there's shortages. There's shortages with everything. So what do you think is about to happen? There's going to be famines, and a lot of people ain't going to be able to get the supplies they need. With medicine, there's shortages. You know, there's going to be famines and great death, and a lot of evils. And what happens when people are hungry? People turn to animals. So there's going to be a lot of death. We've seen a lot of death. Every time you get on social media, somebody talking about their grandpa just passed away, their grandmother, their auntie just passed away. Every time I open the page, somebody talking about somebody that died. And that's kind of being swept under the rug, but it's great death happening right now, and it's only going to turn up even more.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. But for all these things they shall not return from the wicked, from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Yeah, but that's good. Keep going if I am the end of the verse. No, but
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and we seen that. Because all hell broke loose. At the end of 2019, the pandemic came in. 2020, all hell broke loose. 2021, all hell broke loose. And they still kept Christmas. They didn't turn from those evil ways. Now I'm talking about these Jakes out here. The Israelites, these Negroes, man. Y'all still, after all this death, after this pandemic being locked down, shut down, so many people losing their jobs, can't work, famines, shortages on things, y'all still kept Thanksgiving. Y'all still kept Christmas. Like it's that fucking serious to keep that shit. And we've been out here warning y'all. Y'all know we telling y'all the truth because we've been warning y'all what's about to happen, and y'all see it happening. Do some research, go back. Brothers, before the pandemic hit, brothers, when the pandemic first hit and it was just over there in China, brothers was telling y'all that's coming to America. And it's gonna be shut down. They was telling y'all it before it happened. Didn't it happen? We was telling y'all it's gonna be famines. Sedition among men. We was telling y'all that before it even happened, and it happened. Now we telling y'all the chip finna come. Now y'all gonna see that happen. Y'all still not gonna change, man. So if we telling y'all these things gonna happen, y'all can see that we telling y'all it's gonna happen before it happen. Then y'all see it happen. Why won't y'all listen to us when we tell y'all to stop following these pagan ass holidays? We telling y'all the truth. You know, but like you said, they still didn't turn from their evils. You keep going.
Verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
And they already seen that. They already seen that, right? When things were so, when shit was sweet, shit was low and shit, motherfuckers was, but now, now they already passed that. So prophecies are being fulfilled. Now they starting to see the prices go back up on things. Because remember when gas got super low? It was like $2.17. Yeah, people was like, damn, look how low gas is. People was happy. People had money. People was traveling, vacating. Everybody was getting more money than ever. All these rappers and entertainers out here was like, man, we get more money than ever. Now you starting to see the price of everything go back up. That's from inflation. Here pretty soon it's about to be hyperinflation. Look where gas at now. Gas was at $2.17, I remember. Probably a couple years ago. The shit at like $3.45, $3.50 now. It done went up $1.50 or some shit like that, you know? And it's continuing to rise. Y'all better pay attention, man, to what's going on around you.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
That's what's coming. Sword, famine, and great confusion.
For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
And we keep telling y'all people are going to die of famine. There's a great famine that's coming like the earth has never seen. And from that, you know, a lot of death is going to come. A lot of people going to be killing and stealing to get what they need.
Verse 23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down.
It's going to get so bad, your city's going to be cast down. Dead people are going to be laying in the street. Ain't going to be nobody to bury them. There's a shortage of workers. Who's going to come pick them up and bury them? People ain't going to have the money to bury people.
Ain't nobody gonna be worried about. There ain't nobody gonna be worried about burying people.
Yeah.
There's people gonna be worried about not ending up like that.
Yeah, because the people that will come and do that, they gonna be at home with their families trying to eat and trying to find food. Exactly. So you ain't gonna have nobody working, man. Read Ecclesiastes chapter 12. The grinding should be low, you know, in the cities. I mean, the workforce is gonna stop. The economy is gonna collapse. So you might see two dead people sitting over there laying on the street because they died of hunger. You ain't gonna stop to see if they okay. When you on your last breath, you gonna keep going.
It's gonna become the norm.
Yeah.
The only thing people gonna be worried about is survival.
Yep. Y'all seen I Am Legend? Y'all seen the Book of Eli? That's how it's gonna be. We keep warning y'all, telling y'all to get right, man. Hey, yo, best bet, if you a man, come out here to this camp, man, and get it in with us. Come out and learn what it's all about. Knowledge is great, man. Knowledge and wisdom is gonna be a part of you making it to the end to be saved. That knowledge and wisdom should sustain you during these times. Come out here. This ain't hard. This me. Come on, bro. You can come out here, read and learn until you ready. And then if you a woman, you need to get you a husband. Because y'all women gonna need man. The scriptures talk about that. There's gonna be a lack of man. We finna get to it anyways. Keep going.
There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it.
That's the spirit.
The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice.
Right, so what does that mean for the woman? If all places going to be desolate of man, and a man going to be desiring to hear another man's voice, see a ox, see a brother. So, I mean, what does that mean for women? Keep going. It's going to tell you.
For a city there shall be 10 left.
Woo, imagine New York City with 10 left, Chicago with 10 people left in it. That sounds like the movie I Am Legend.
Yeah. And two of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. As in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword.
With the sword. Meaning people, it's going to be famine, so people going to have their swords and they're going to be trying to do whatever they got to do to eat, even if they got to take your stuff, man. Yeah. What's up, Elder? Remember me for last time? Yeah. It's lucky. He just trying to skirt off.
Yeah, see? Oh, you want me to keep going to the next one?
Yeah, I was trying to ask him a question, but he ain't having it.
Yeah, he want to try.
Keep going. I had a whole like 30-minute talk with him or so.
Yeah, I remember seeing that
video. Yeah, I was gonna ask him if he remembered the father name and give it to him again, but he wasn't having it. He kept going.
He's like, fuck that.
Yeah, too cold out here. All right, yeah, keep going.
Verse 32. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough.
Yeah, that's just like the movie I Am Legend. You seen it? Will Smith was in the city of New York, downtown, and you seen all the trees and all the grass and greenery starting to grow in the streets. It was like a jungle in the streets. That's why you had lions and shit running around. And
inner city was like a jungle.
Yeah, you know, because ain't gonna be nobody there to cut the grass, man.
Yeah, they all in stores and shit. You run in a store, you think you just ran into a store. You run in there to, you know what I'm saying, see what's not expired, what's not bad, and there's a lion in there.
It's a lion in that bitch. Now you running through aisles and shit trying to get away from the lion. Ain't nobody gonna come and cut your grass. Whoever your cut man is, ain't nobody gonna be coming to cut your grass. So all that shit gonna grow. Ain't nobody gonna be coming to cut your hair and give you a crispy lineup, bro, during this time. You gonna be out here looking rough, nigga.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no soap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, you gonna be lucky to stumble across some good looking clean water.
If you get lucky, you know.
It's gonna be critical.
It's gonna be that time, just like he was, you know. He had him a little spot and everything, but he was going crazy and shit. Will Smith and I Am Legend. He in there, he had a full relationship with a mannequin. He was desired. When he seen that woman, you knew he was finna pop that. He had to. Keep going.
Verse 33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom.
What did we say? The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom. Keep going.
The women shall mourn, having no husbands.
Yep.
Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
Yep.
In the war shall their bridegroom be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
Yep. Right there, right there. So the husbands, why are the women gonna have no husbands? Because you know how men are. Men are gonna be out here getting it in. So a lot of them gonna die. A lot of them gonna die of famine. And if they don't die of famine, you know, because a man be a lot of active. When you active like that, you gotta eat. You gotta supply energy. So a lot of them gonna die of famine. And then the ones that don't die of famine gonna die by the sword because they're gonna be killing each other. So what state is that gonna lead a woman? Without men, without protection. Then that's when y'all gonna see how important a man is. That's why I say in Isaiah 13 that the Lord should make a man more precious than fine gold. Then that's when a lot of y'all gonna come through and y'all gonna all take the same man. Then y'all gonna get down with the get down. Then y'all gonna get down with the multiple wives thing because y'all gonna have to look at that other areas. Then that's when y'all gonna see though. Then that's when all hell gonna break loose. And the Lord about to turn up on that too. Because y'all women been on the pedestal, man. We just warning y'all. We just warning y'all, bro. And the Lord finna take y'all off that pedestal. It's about to turn up on that this year. We already started seeing it a little bit at the end of last year. He's like, look, these women, they coming, boy. They want man in the truth too. They coming. So imagine this year when there's famines. When there's famines, you women ain't gonna be like, oh, I ain't messing with him. I don't like how he look. He ain't attractive enough. Or he got another girl, I ain't messing with him. Y'all ain't gonna be saying that shit when it's all hard out here. Y'all gonna be saying, look, I don't give no fuck if you got 10 other women. Just take me to be yours too. That's what y'all gonna be saying. Y'all do it for the rich anyways. Y'all do it for the rich, and then knowledge and wisdom gonna be riches during these end days. The shit be fake as fuck, man. The same woman that tell you now she can't be in a relationship with a man that got another woman. If Chris Brown or Drake came and tried to get her number, she'd give it to him, knowing damn well they got other women. She'll fuck with her, but she'll just do it under the disguise of I ain't in a relationship with her, but we just fucking around. So what's the difference in them being in a relationship with her? If he wanted you to be in a relationship and he said be my girlfriend, you gonna say yes, and you know damn well he fucking other bitches around the world. So that be bullshit when bitches be saying that. They just say that because we at the bottom and we low. We finna be kings in the kingdom. You think we ain't gonna have women? That's a part of being king. All the kings that had multiple women. Name one fucking king that only fucked one chick his whole life. Come on, man. And then I seen some dude posted on the internet how to treat your wife. And he said, don't give her love to anybody else because that's adultery. Where the fuck does it say that in the Bible?
See, when people speak like that, you gotta know that they're not in the truth. So
right,
you know what I'm saying. So they really ignorant.
Right.
For real though.
Because where does it say that at in the Bible? A man giving his love to another woman is adultery.
Yeah.
That's not adultery, bro. Adultery, Leviticus chapter 19, tells you what adultery is. A woman sleeping with another man, right? Or a man sleeping with another man's woman. But what if there's a single woman? Could he sleep with her? The answer is yes.
Sure.
If he got a wife and there's a single woman, she ain't got a man, could he sleep with her? Yes. That adultery didn't say anything about that. Adultery is a woman sleeping with if a woman got a husband, she sleep with another man. That's adultery, which is the same thing as if a man got a woman and then a dude go sleep with his wife. That's adultery because that's his woman sleeping with another man.
Yeah.
That's adultery.
Well, even if you know or not, it's still adultery. But
Yeah, man, and we know the scriptures. You know, Deuteronomy 21 tells about multiple wives. Exodus chapter 21 talks about multiple wives. There's a lot of scriptures and a lot of examples. Jacob is an example. The 12 tribes wouldn't be here, bro. These 12 tribes don't come from the same mother.
for real though,
And this the holy people. They come from 4 different mothers. You got Sarah and Leah, and they both had a handmaid. They come from 4 different mothers, bro. So why would the Lord set up something wicked? Why wouldn't he just give Jacob Sarah? Because he wanted, if I'm not going off, Sarah and Leah, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, why would he give them Sarah, right? Why wouldn't he just give her Sarah, right? And then just have 12, have her have 12 boys?
Right.
The Lord can do what he wants. So why would he, if it's unrighteous to have multiple wives, why would he say, I'm going to give you 4 different wives to make the 12 tribes? I mean, it's just simple shit, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Rachel and Leah, I'm sorry, I said Sarah. Sometimes you have a brain for it like that. We know that. We know that. It's just sometimes you have a brain freeze. Sometimes you'll mix up Rachel and Rebecca. Rebecca was Isaac's wife. Sometimes you mix them up. It's just a brain for it. The shit just happened, you know. We still human, you know. That's what we need Yahweh Shai to make us perfect. Rachel and Leah. Why wouldn't the Lord just give Jacob Rachel and say, all right, I'm going to have you have 12 kids. She got to have 3 at a time. No, man. Because it's righteous to have multiple wives. That's why Jacob had multiple wives. The nation of Israel was birthed from that. You keep going. So you can go get the
Okay. Verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The women shall mourn, having no husbands, and their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegroom be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things, and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
They're not slack. It's going to turn up this year. That's why it's called the year turning up.
As when a woman with child in her 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
And what is that? That means those pains turn up. You know, when she going,
Yeah, they get worse and worse.
yeah, she going labor, she be dilated at a 4, dilated at a 5. You take her to the hospital, and now she get on the bed, and they transfer her to the main room. Now they got to come in and give her the shot, or they got to give her some type of remedy to help from the pain, because that pain start turning up. Those contractions start coming harder and harder, and that's what we gonna see this year. We gonna see that pain, those evils, those plagues turn up until the end comes, until the baby is born, which you could say symbolize the end or symbolize Yahweh Shai coming back.
When the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word, make you ready for thy battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Right there, go to
Second.
Isaiah 13. Hey, make yourself ready. We giving you the breakdowns, we giving you the understanding, we giving you the warning that the time is now. You got to make yourself ready, you know. And it said be like, how you make yourself ready by this is spiritual in the faith. build your faith up, man. That's how you make yourself ready. That carnal, physical shit ain't gonna get you ready. Prepping, all that shit ain't gonna get you ready. You gotta build yourself up in the faith, in your spirit, right? So therefore, going to Matthew chapter 6, you can pull from that spiritual bank. And wisdom and knowledge. Build yourself up in wisdom and knowledge, right? So that can sustain you during these end times. So you can get signs and clues and know what to do. You know, and the most part is build yourself up in the faith and the spirit so the Lord can be there to guide you and help you. Read Psalms 91 of how the Lord's going to do that. You got to build up. And then it said, be as pilgrims upon the earth. I got a precept. Because you're going to have to move from place to place, man. You're going to have to be out there like Denzel Washington in the book of Eli. Shit going to be hard, man. You know, this is 1 Corinthians 4:11. Even into this present hour, we both hunger and thirst. There's going to be famines. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be thirsty. And are naked. Your clothes and shit going to be all fucked up and shit. But what did it say in, going back to Matthew chapter 6, it said, don't worry about what you should eat, what you should drink, what you should wear. It said, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first. It says, and are buffeted and have no certain dwelling place. That means you ain't going to have no certain dwelling place. You might be able to stay at a place for a little bit, get a couple of showers if the water's still running, if the Lord provides that for you. But then you're going to have to get on the move and go to another place, man. Because Esau going to be out here for you, on the hunt for you, malicious. And then just people with the sword, just looking to take whatever you got. Look at the show, The Walking Dead. They gotta get the fuck around. They found a little prison place. They held it down there for a little bit. That got overtook, and they had to move around. And they had a whole prison that was locked down. They still had to move around from that motherfucker. That's how it's gonna be, man. You got that, verse? I think it's how you start that verse. 26 or something. Second Ezra 13. Just type of Second Ezra 13 in case you need.
Yeah, I got it. It's right here, but it's not showing me all the verses. So.
Oh, you gotta read it. Yeah, man, it's gonna be that time. We telling y'all. We keep telling y'all, trying to warn y'all. Shit ain't load. And that's where the book comes in. But it's cold out here. Here you go. It get cold out here. Electronics and shit start.
2nd Ezra 13, verse 26. The same is he whom God the highest have kept a great season.
Yep.
Which by his own self shall deliver his creature. And he shall order them that are left behind. Verse 27. And whereas thou sawest that out of his mouth there came as a blast of wind and fire and storm.
Right, so it's breaking down in 2nd Ezra 13, the first 7 verses, it's like breaking down the war in the heaven between the man of the earth and their militaries and the Lord when he comes back. So now he giving him the interpretation. He got the vision, and now he giving the interpretation of what it is.
Verse 28. And that he held neither sword nor any instrument of war, but that the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him.
Yeah, the Lord going to destroy him. The police force, the army, the military, they are against the Lord. And they're going to fight against the Lord when he come back. Right? The police force going to be wiped out by Jake. You could read about that in Obadiah chapter 1. It says Jake should be a flame. Jacob should be a flame. The house of Israel fire. Esau for stumble. They going to get wiped out by just Jake. Normal Jake. The military and those fighter jets and those mighty men, they're going to get wiped out by the Lord when they fight against the Lord. And it's going to tell you how it's going to happen. Because they're going to be going to war against each other, and then they're going to turn from that, and then they're going to fight against the Lord. And the Lord going to turn them up. That's a part of it being turned up. If Lord will, we hasten the day. We hope that it be this year.
Yeah. And because Esau got the whole world brainwashed, and so when the Lord come back, they're going to think it's some type of alien invasion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not even going to know that it's the Lord.
That's what they put in all their movies.
Yeah.
Independence Day 1, Independence Day 2, they going to think that it's an alien invasion. And motherfuckers going to really try to fight against the aliens to save Earth, and they're going to be destroyed.
Right. Verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth.
The elect.
And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
Hey, that's about to turn up. That's about to turn up this year. People are going to fight against each other. These militias, this second time around, they ain't just going to storm the Capitol building, man. They going to fight, man.
Yeah.
And these different forces, they going to fight, man. And one realm against the realm, you know? The Lord going to come back and fight. But you're going to have kingdom versus kingdom. You're going to have China versus America, Russia versus America. We about to see that turn up this year. Get ready. We warning y'all.
Verse 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
That's Yahweh Shai. Keep going. Because he's going to be declared as the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He's going to take the crowns. He's going to sit at the top of the mountains. You know what I mean? And if you go to 2nd Esdras chapter 2, you know, we're going to be joint heirs with him, the elect.
Verse
Hebrews
33.
chapter 2.
And when all the people hear verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have won against another.
Mm-hmm.
And
so the armies of the earth going to be fighting against one another.
Right.
People on the earth going to be fighting against another, one against another on every level. And then what's going to happen?
And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting.
So you might have China, Russia, America, Israel, Iran, all those nations, North Korea, South Korea, all those nations fighting against each other, and then they're going to come together. It said they're going to come together and fight against the Lord. Why? Because they're going to say it's an alien invasion. We got to fight. We got to put our differences aside, and we got to fight to protect the earth, human civilization. So they're going to come together to try to fight against the Lord.
But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Sion.
Yep.
And Sion shall come and shall be shewed to all men, being prepared and builded like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands.
Right there. Go to 2nd Esdras chapter 9 if you also like that. So yeah. So they gonna try to go to war with the Lord, right? Because I mean, China think they got next. China like, look, we gonna be the next superpower. Russia gonna be like, no, we the next superpower. They all feeling like they got next. But what did the Lord say? He said he gonna stand on Mount Sinai. The Israelites is up next, man. And we're going to be shown who the true Israelites are, Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos, right? And the Lord said in Zephaniah chapter 3, he going to get us fame in every land. So it's going to be known. The Lord said in Revelation chapter 2:9, Revelation chapter 3-9, he said he going to make them come worship and bow to our feet. So they going to have to know who he is in order to come worship and bow to our feet, right? The Lord said in Zechariah 14 that we're going to take all the riches of the other nations. So they're going to have to know who the true Israelites is, so that's going to be revealed. And they're going to have to accept it too, by force, you know. And we're going to get the kingdom. That's who's up next to rule the earth. The Israelites. Not the fucking Moabites, not the Edomites again. It's the Israelites that's up next. You got that? It's loaded.
Yeah, the top, right?
Yeah.
He answered, 2nd Esdras 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
You got to measure the time diligently, and that's what we do. We measuring the time diligently, and that's why, pertaining to wise counsel, you know, Proverbs chapter 1, the apostle of GMS, he said, look, this the year turning up. He measured the time diligently. He said, look, what I see is this going to be the year of the turn up. It's a lot of stuff going to turn up this year and intensify, you know. So you got to measure the time diligently, and then going to Ezekiel 33, we like watchmen. So we measuring that time, and we going to report to the people like, look, this is what's on the forecast. This is what's about to happen. Right. Better get ready, you know.
Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right. Hold that there. Jeremiah 30. So we see that. So that's how we're able to warn you, because we know the prophecies. When you know the prophecies, we see earthquakes. We see a lot of natural events. Like the volcano that erupted, they said that was like once in a decade type of event. They talking about a whole 10 years. That only happens once in the whole 10 years. So we seeing things like this happen. We seeing the famines coming in. We seeing the war. We seeing the people's spirit. We seeing the conflicts between these different nations. Right. So that's how we're able to warn you, like, oh yeah, this is the time that the Lord was talking about. It's coming. It could be here in 3 months. It could be here in 6 months. It could be here in a year. It could be here in 2 years, 3 years. But it's coming. It's coming soon. You know. Which one was that? Jeremiah 30.
Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
It's the time of Jacob's trouble, but Jacob's gonna be saved out of it. Now we going to Ezekiel, Zechariah chapter 13. It tells you that the 2/3 are gonna be put to death. The 1/3 is gonna be physically saved on this side, but the 2/3 are gonna inherit the kingdom too. You know, we all gonna be made back one in the kingdom too. They're gonna be reborn back in the kingdom. But it is Jacob's trouble, and it's going to be all hell breaking loose, but the Lord is coming back to save a remnant.
Verse 8, for it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. But they shall serve the Lord their God, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them.
So we got to break it down. It's like, how do the strangers serve themselves over us? You go over to the east side, you see all the Arab liquor stores. You don't see none of them over here. That's them serving themselves over us. Right. The Moabites, the Chinese, they do it, especially the Edomites. They got us in slavery and captivity. So the Lord going to break that, and they ain't going to be able to serve themselves of us no more. This is a precept. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 22. For though my people Israel be as the sand of the sea, because it said Jacob should be saved, right?
Right.
But we be as the sand of the sea. It says, yet a remnant of them shall return, and the consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. It's a remnant. Yeah, there's a lot of Israelites on the earth, like the sands of the sea. What the sands of the sea. But only a remnant, which is called the elect, and you could break that down by reading the book of Revelation chapter 7. Only a remnant's gonna be saved. But then the rest of them going to be reborn in the kingdom because it was promised to all Israel. Right. You see what I'm saying? But right now, only a remnant going to be saved. Why? Because it says only a remnant should return. Return to what? Return to the Lord. We've been telling y'all, warning y'all. Y'all don't want to return. Y'all don't want to listen. Y'all kept Christmas. Y'all kept Thanksgiving. Y'all seen all the posts going up, giving you the understanding of what Thanksgiving mean and how it's a wicked pagan holiday. Yeah. Y'all seen all the posts going up about Christmas, but y'all decided to ignore it and still keep it. So y'all not choosing to return to the Lord. So therefore, the Lord crying out to you right now to return to him. You ain't trying to hear it. You being stiff-necked and stubborn. Then when you start crying out to the Lord to help you in these times, these evil times is coming, the Lord ain't going to be trying to hear you. He ain't going to be hearing your cry. He going to laugh at it. He coming to get those that's ready to return and follow him. You know? Keep going on that. You got to preach something.
Well, I was going to bring up, I want to say, what is it, speaking on what you was just saying, when they cry out to him, he wasn't going to hear, what's that, Matt 26? Or was that 24?
I'm not sure. No. Matthew's chapter 10. Matthew's chapter 10 is part of it. It's a lot of different precepts. You got Zechariah chapter, go to Zechariah chapter 7, that's what you're looking for. Yeah, Zechariah chapter 7. Yep, that's what you're looking for. And it might be like the last verse. It might be like verse 31 or something like that. Zechariah chapter 7. KJV. Yeah, I mean,
it's cold.
It ain't loading. Here, I'll pull it up. Matthew's 10 talks about it. I want to say Matthew 6 speaks on it. Here, I think Luke chapter 13 speaks on it. You know, it's a lot of verses. This is what you're looking for right here. Verse 13, but you can get it from verse 11. You get it from verse 11. Like I said, verse 31. It be like that. I knew what chapter it was.
Zach 7 verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pull away their shoulder and stop their ears that they should not hear. Yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they shall hear the law And the words which the Lord of hosts had sent in his spirit by the former prophets, therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore it is come to pass as he cried and they would not hear, so they cried and I would not hear, saith the Lord of hosts.
Yep. Y'all, hey, the Lord crying out for y'all. He said by what? By the way of the prophets. The Lord not gonna come down here himself and cry to you. He doing it by the way of the prophets. We out here on the highways and byways trying to break down the truth to our people so they can be saved. You know, everything we telling y'all is because we hope that the Israelites will be saved. You know, like it said in 2 Peter chapter 3, you know, the Lord wished that none have perished, that all to be saved. But we know how it's going to go down, just like we just read in Isaiah chapter 10. Only a remnant going to return. You know, so when y'all start crying out during those times, the Lord ain't going to try to hear y'all because y'all ain't hearing the Lord. Y'all finna keep Valentine's Day here pretty soon, coming up in like a month. Y'all finna keep Valentine's Day, and then y'all going to turn around and not keep the Passover. But then when all hell break loose, you're going to be saying, oh my God, God help me, and praying to the Lord. That's not how it works, man. You got that back in Jeremiah. That's not how it works. That's hypocritical shit, man. And the Lord gonna laugh at you. He gonna shut the door on you. Say Yahweh Shai gonna close the door on him. He gonna shut that door on them. Because they don't want to listen.
Yeah. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 10. Therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity.
I know what you talking. Oh, you talking about Matthew 25. It's just a day. Hey, you know something.
I knew it was around in one of them.
Yeah, some days you be on fire. Some days you know you kind of slipping things, but we still on fire because we out here doing the work regardless.
Right.
That's why I be telling brothers, there ain't nothing to be afraid of. Come out here, we human. You ain't got to come out here and be perfect and know all the precepts perfect off the top of your head. And that's not what this. That's not what this is about, man. Right. The Lord ain't coming back to say who knows the best precepts. Get in line. It's about your faith, really. Your faith, just you coming out here shows your faith.
Oh man, I gotta.
And then you learn
another precept, but I don't know where it's at. It might be in Corinthians. He was just, when it says exactly what you said, but he just broke it down. Like each like the Spirit works in different ways.
That might be 1 Corinthians 11 or maybe 12. It might be 12.
Yeah, when he was speaking on like, each man got his own spirit. Each man was given a spirit in different ways. So you might find it. If you
go to 1 Corinthians 12 and just look through it, if it say that, it might be one of those around there. Right, but that's not what it's about. Now we know Matthew 25. Now you can remember, I know it, and this how you know if a person know it or not, or a person just kind of slipping. Because I know what the chapter's talking about. It's talking about the 10 virgins, 5 that had oil for that candle, and then the 5 that didn't. And then after that, it says the 5 that didn't, you know, how Shai gonna close the door on them. I get it. They gonna come crying, asking for oil, you know. And look, here it go right here. It says, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened to 10 virgins which took their lamp and went forth to meet the bridegroom. Why? Because we're going back into marriage with the Lord, you know. It tells you that in Revelation chapter 19, the wife should be prepared for her. Here, let me finish this. It's a parable here. Verse 10. It says, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage. Those that's ready, the remnant that's going to return, just like it said in Isaiah chapter 10. And the door was shut. He shut the door. It says, after came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he ain't going to open to them. It tells you what he says, too. Let me get that. Right. It says, but he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. It's the same thing that Zechariah chapter 7 was talking about. He cried out to you, you ain't get it. Now that you crying out, he gonna shut the door on you and say, I don't know you, no you not, because you ain't want to follow me. You gonna come knocking on the door and say, look, I didn't know. He gonna say, you ain't see my prophets on the highways and byways? You ain't see the videos that my prophets was putting up? You ain't get the warning that my prophets was out there telling you not to follow Christmas, but you still was doing it? He gonna shut the door on you. I know you not, because you don't know him. So your best bet is to get in the Bible and know the Lord, so he can know you. Because if you don't know the Lord, then he gonna say, I don't know you. You see what I'm saying? How you gonna find out about the Lord and how to please the Lord? How you gonna know the Lord? By getting in the Bible. You got one?
Yeah, but it was on the on the topic before that, when
Yeah.
you were saying like you ain't gotta know the scriptures and stuff like that straight up top of your head every time you come out here, and then I had spoke on it, and I was like, yeah, the spirit works on you in different ways.
Yeah, you found it?
Yeah, and so it's 1 Corinthians 12 verse 6. There are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh it all in all.
Yep.
But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. Verse 8. For to one is given the spirit of the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit.
Right, so and keep going, because some brothers might have wisdom. They might have a lot of wisdom and the knowledge, or apostles or elders, you know, they play that position. But as they get older, they might stop remembering things right off the top of their head, but they still got that wisdom and knowledge. That's their spirit.
Right. Verse 9. To another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of the healing by the same
So
Spirit.
some brother might not have a lot of knowledge and wisdom, but he got a lot of faith.
Right.
That brother, just anything that hard times, he just standing strong. No, we believe in the Lord. Keep going. That boosts other brothers' faith that's around him. Just seeing how strong his faith is. Some brothers got the spirit of healing. Some brothers be going into the herbs. Hey, look, you got to get into this herb. You got to drink a lot of water. This going to heal your body. You know, when the pandemic hit, a lot of brothers started coming out, and they was telling brothers, you got to fast, you got to pray, you got to drink more water. You know, and a lot of brothers took heed to that, and it helped them. Just like the apostles, the elders be coming out. Look, you got to get you some honey. Look, you got to get you some raw lemon. You know, you got to do this, do that. That's going to help clear your throat. You know, it plays a part.
Verse 10. To another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse kinds.
So some brothers got prophecy down lock. I mean, like, that's one of my strong points. Go in the Bible, go through Revelations, go through Isaiah, go through, you know,
break it down super
Ezekiel,
good to a good understanding.
showing you the prophecy, this gonna happen. Second Ezra, Some brothers love prophecy, you know, and then some brothers, well, it says to some brothers prophecy, or some brothers discerning of spirit. Some brothers, you know, you gotta be well-rounded in all of it. I'm gonna say that, you gotta be well-rounded. But some brothers really good, like a brother coming to the camp, they can read their spirit. You know, you kind of in prophecy mode, you just breaking down the scriptures, so you really ain't paying no attention to a person that come up. But then another brother, he might be paying attention to him. He could discern spirits. Oh, he got a good spirit.
Right.
Oh, no, he kind of off. I kind of bring it to your attention, like he kind of off. You kind of, okay, shit, you know, it's different spirits, you know, it's different. All come from the same Lord, but there's different gifts.
Yeah.
That was it on that.
Yeah.
This is 1 John chapter 2, right? Verse 4. Because remember, it said, look, if you say, the Lord say he gonna close the door and say, I know you not. You got to know the Lord too. But how do you know the Lord? And this tells you, 1 John chapter 2, verse 4. He that say, I know him and keepeth not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not him. So how do you know the Lord? You got to get in the Bible and learn his commandments. That's why we tell y'all, you got to get in the Bible and learn the commandments, man. You got to study. Because you say you know the Lord, but you don't keep his commandments, you a liar. And the Lord gonna shut that door on you, man. You don't want to see that happen. It says, but whoso keepeth his word, right? You want to keep this word. And him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him. So we know him, and we know that we are in him. He that say he abideth in him, himself also so to walk even as he walked. You got to figure out, you got to get in the Bible and learn how the Lord walked, first off. And then you got to start walking the way he walked. You see what I'm saying? Brother, I write unto you no new commandment unto you, but an old commandment which ye have from the beginning. The old commandment is the word which ye have heard from the beginning. You got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. It just breaks down to that. We're going to end off with this one right here. If I can get back to it. You know, so this the year turning up. And as the plagues turn up and the destruction and the evils on the earth grow and turn up, guess what? We gonna turn up in the spirit. You know, because we get to the end. It's just like a boxer. You fight 12 rounds. When you get to the last 10 seconds of the 12 rounds, you let go everything else you got. You get to throwing down, you get to thumping in that bitch. You get to letting everything down, because that's left. And then you at the end. So we gotta let everything go, man. We gotta pour our spirit out. We gotta be on fire right now. We can't be lukewarm. Read Revelations chapter 3. We can't be lukewarm. You're gonna be cast out, man. That door gonna get shut on you. We gotta be on fire right now, because we get to the end. We ain't gonna be out here forever. The Lord says it's gonna be a famine of the word, not of bread or water. It's gonna be a famine of hearing the truth. That's coming. That could come this year. They could take us off the highways and byways. And when that comes, it's over with. So we gotta go as hard as we can right now. You see what I'm saying? Before that time comes, this 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Straight to the point. The Lord about to turn up on them, man. Now, verse 1. But unto the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord come after the thief in the night. The day of the Lord no man know. But we could kind of discern the times and the seasons diligently. We read it in 2nd Ezra chapter 9. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, right? And a lot of people were saying peace and safety when that jab came out. A lot of people going to get it out. We good now. We ain't got to worry about the pandemic no more. We can go back to work. In Chicago and places like New York, you couldn't go to no bars, no clubs, nothing like that unless you had it.
Yeah.
And people were saying, look, we good. Okay, we can go to the bars, we go to the club, you know, and shit like that. But it says when they should say peace and safety, the sudden destruction should come upon them. As travaileth upon a woman with child, and they should not escape. And we read about that travaileth on a woman with child. We read about that in 2nd Ezra 16.
Yeah.
Those contractions. They gonna get worse and worse, and it's gonna come down on them and catch them slipping. You know, because people ain't expect this year to begin, and you got a fucking tsunami warning on the whole West Coast, and a volcano just erupted, a gigantic volcano just erupted. People ain't expect that. So when they say peace and safe, and then that goes with Esau too. When he came out with the mark of the beast, he gonna come out with the mark of the beast and get everybody chipped. He gonna say, okay, we good now. He gonna lay back and say, okay, we did it, and then destruction gonna come down. Nuclear weapons and war gonna come down. And then the Lord gonna come back, going back to 2nd Ezra 13 that we spoke about, and he gonna go to war. And the Lord gonna catch him slipping. He gonna come back like a thief in the night and destroy their asses. So this is gonna be the year of turning up, man. Keep eye, keep watch, be a watchman for the things that's coming, you know, and warn the people and change your ways and return to the Lord. With that, we gonna say salvation to the elect. We gonna give all praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders. Peace, blessings, honors to our brothers and sisters.